130. His only two losses, disputed decisions to Diego Corrales and Marcelino Freitas. Lately, he's been changing trainers more than most people change socks. Buddy McGurk's out, and Roberto Duran is in. Only the purest fighter of his generation, maybe the greatest. Duran's sheer presence, Al, has bolstered Casamayor's confidence.
Well, he came on because Louis de Cuba's a good friend of his as a consultant, but he stayed for 7 weeks because, number one, he bonded with Joel Casamayor, and he enjoyed the process. And they say he's made a big difference in Casamayor. We'll see.
His first fight is a full-fledged lightweight. Castillo looks like a really big lightweight. And now he gets saluted by his fans. The flag of Cuba. Casamayor up the unanimous decision over Daniel Seda, but Joel inviting problems, you'll recall, the second half of the fight, telling us yesterday he had 7 root canals in the span of 7 days. 7 just prior to that fight, only in boxing, folks. That must have been some dental bill, I'll tell you that. A clever, very tough southpaw. Can he throw Castillo off his game? It's become sort of an anthem for Mexican boxers. Now it's Jose Luis Castillo, an icon in waiting. The champion, a slight favorite, best known for his 2 fights with Floyd Mayweather Jr. He said he's prepared for a brutal war. He wants to trade. He doesn't want Casamayor to run. Al, he truly wants this to be a great fight, his defining fight.
It's really the first time that Castillo has been the marquee fighter in a major event in which the whole promotion has been focused on him to a great extent. And, of course, he's taking on a great fighter. So this is a really important moment for him in his career, and he wants to make the most of it.
You really have to tip your hat taking on a guy like Casamayor, his first title defense here in his second championship reign. And as good as this guy is, he's really carried a low profile into this fight. A win tonight, though, could really propel him into the limelight and big, big fights. Let's go to the numbers as we check out his fans and the tail of the tape. The champion, Castillo, 3 years younger than Casamayor. Slight edge in height for Castillo. The reach is identical. At yesterday's weigh-in, Castillo just under. Casamayor came in right on. Both on their second try after being an ounce over the first time. And the key unified rules for this world title fight: no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell any round. If an accidental headbutt occurs before the end of the 4th round, the fight's ruled a no decision. If it happens after the end of round 4, they'll go to the scorecard. So here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, we're getting ready for our main event. The stage is set for Jose Luis Castillo and Joel Casamayor for the WBC Lightweight Championship. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the beautiful Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as it's time for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with Cedric Kushner Promotions, along with Tecate, the Mandalay Bay, and Showtime. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Jose Sulaiman, Supervisor Roy Van Putten, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is John Bailey. Commissioners Dr. Tony Alamo, Skip Avancino, Joe W. Brown, and Dr. Flip Homansky, with the executive director Mark Ratner. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Jeff Davidson, Dr. Stephen Brown, Dr. James Detling, and Dr. David Watson, with our timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, Jane Braunfoot and Mike Lachella. Introducing to you our 3 judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Carol Castellano. From Long Beach, California, Dr. James Jenkin. And also from Las Vegas, we have Dave Moretti. Our referee in charge of this bout, working in this, his 22nd world title bout, Vic Draculich. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, it's showtime! Introducing to you first the challenger. On my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing red trunks with white trim, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Guantanamo, Cuba. He weighed in at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds. His record, 31 wins, 2 losses, 19 wins, coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the World, introducing Joel El Cepillo Casamayor. And his opponent across the ring on my right is the defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks, and fighting out of and representing his home of Empalme, Sonora, Mexico. He weighed in at a ready 134 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 50 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, with 45 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2-time and current WBC lightweight champion of the world, introducing Jose Luis Temible Castillo. Once again, our referee in charge is Vic Draculich, now giving instructions, 12 rounds of championship boxing schedule.
Lightweight title. You receive your instructions in wrestling. Again, I want to caution. Any punches below this point will be called low. Golpes dejado de este punto sería llamado alto. Any punches below this point are going to be called low. Golpes debajo de este punto sería llamado alto. Okay? I want you to obey my command. Protect yourselves at all times. Good luck to both of you. Buena suerte.
You can see immediately the size difference. Castillo, much bigger than Casamayor, but a pair of true professionals. And talk about contrasting styles. Castillo, a straight ahead stalker, normally a fast starter, definitely a puncher first. Casamayor usually takes a while to get into his rhythm, but of course an elusive, technical southpaw who fights intelligently, really uses the ring, typical of most Cuban boxers. Tremendous skill level and blinding hand speed. And right off the bat, the left hand by Casamayor sends Castillo reeling back. We'll see if Castillo tries to jump on Casamayor early, giving Casamayor's habit of starting slowly.
Stevie Johnston, another lefty who, from whom he won the title, Castillo, did a very good job of landing the straight left hands against Castillo. And of course, that is the home run ball for Joel Casamayor. So we should be looking very much for that punch.
The punch that worked very successfully against Freitas and Corrales. 2 guys here who have been accused of fouls. Castillo prone to cuts. So we wonder if this will turn ugly.
And I thought it's interesting. I haven't heard one fighter in recent time, when asked the question, not agree that Casamayor was bent the rules a little bit. Not Castillo. He said, no, I don't think he's dirty. Just kind of rough.
That's what Castillo did say, and he's been known to do that himself from time to time. Castillo, though, has to be careful not to get in the way of Casamayor's countering straight lefts, as Al pointed out. He is a pinpoint counterpuncher.
So far in this match, there's the left hand, the first one landing by Casamayor. So far, Castillo's had a little trouble tracking Casamayor down and getting on the inside where he can throw those hooks and work inside. And of course, that's his mission in this bout.
Castillo said his biggest worry is how fast Casamayor really is, and also he's got to be careful because Casamayor sometimes leads with his head, and Castillo has had problems with excessive bleeding over the course of his career. That's how he's been stopped on 4 occasions. He's never been down, though.
You know, that was an interesting comment that Castillo made. It sounded vaguely reminiscent of Lacey in the fight after he just fought Chica. He said, he surprised me with his hand speed. And that's the thing. You don't know until you're in with the boxer how quick they are. And that's what he said. I just don't know how fast Casamayor is. Right now, Casamayor's speed is doing a good job. Both his hand speed and foot speed.
Castillo also said, well, many believe you beat a southpaw with a big right hand. He didn't buy that. He said it's the left hook, as you mentioned, I believe, in the keys.
Right on, Mr. Castillo. I'm on board with him. Double left hooks. That's my attitude. Casamayor boxing expertly in this first round. And, not running around the ring. Just enough movement, which allows him to land some punches. So we're seeing what Joel Casamayor does well. That is box and punch a little, move a little.
A huge fight for Castillo. It would be a bonanza if he wins. If he gets by Casamayor, he could get to Diego Corrales, but the fight he really wants is Castillo. Our translator tonight is Eric Jones.
You gotta throw your right. Boom, boom, combos. Hit him in the head. He moves fast, he moves fast. Put him up against the rope. You throw a right, you gotta throw right, then a left, and then another right. Keep throwing rights and lefts. Keep your hands up. He knows that you hit hard, don't worry about it. Hey, Luis.
Sort of training by committee with Roberto Duran at the helm there in the corner of Joel Casamayor. In case you were wondering, the lovely lady Castillo kissed on the way into the ring is his mom, Maria. Just underway round 2, scheduled for 12 for the WBC Lightweight Championship. Steve Albert, Al Bernstein, Jim Gray here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. The third of our triple header. Has been a dramatic night up to this point.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., who I think everyone will agree is on another level in the junior lightweight category. Good shots by Casamayor. In the first fight against Castillo, was more stationary, gave him a target, and when you do that, Jose Luis Castillo will get something done. In the second fight, he boxed more and won it much more convincingly. You cannot stand right in front of Jose Luis Castillo and expect to win a fight, and Casamayor is not.
Castillo, one of 4 men who currently have lightweight belts, but as we have discussed, widely considered the best in the division.
Although Diego Corrales would certainly argue that point, but he's the newcomer to the division.
Wouldn't that be a tremendous fight between Castillo and Corrales? But of course, Mr. Casamayor has other ideas.
Sure does. And right now, over the first round and a half, it has been a superb performance by Joel Casamayor. He has done everything right. And Jose Luis Castillo trying to figure out how to corner him, how to get in so he can throw his punches.
Says Temible on the front of Castillo's trunks, which means scary. Nice body shot. Left hand by Casamayor.
Stop!
to Vic Dracula's not letting them fight. That's not going to help Jose Luis Castillo. He needs to be free in there to get some things done, even if it looks like there might be some chance of breaking him. He needs a referee that will let him work.
Under a minute remaining, round 2. It says El Cepillo on the front of the trunks of Casamayor, which means the brush.
Right there, Casamayor refusing to let himself be trapped against the ropes. He moved right off those ropes and got to his right. He can feel where those ropes are coming, and he'll get away from them.
And the elusive Casamayor is so good at brushing off punches and attacks from opponents through the years. Castillo coming forward. Missing with that right. Wow, that was a half hook, half uppercut.
That was one that he intended to end this fight.
That had mean intentions.
Brilliant boxing by Casamayor.
Oh, coño, perdón.
You're boxing well. Throw your jab. Throw your jab, throw your left. You're boxing well, okay? Hit him when he gets close. When he gets further away, box. Remember that. You're doing well. You're doing well. Don't let him throw the jab. You throw the jab. You gotta be more lively, more active.
Roberto Duran doesn't really consider himself a true trainer. He came in originally just to help out, but developed such a great chemistry with Casamayor. He soon evolved into Joel's trainer. In fact, when Duran first walked into the gym where Casamayor was training, he heard the music of Puerto Rican singer Frankie Reese, the same exact thing Duran used to listen to when he trained. Very spooky.
Yeah, that was eerie, and Louis DeCubas was taken with that as well. Duran told us that there would be a surprise from Casamayor tonight. I don't know if any of this is a surprise because it's what Casamayor normally does well, but he's doing what he needs to do so far in this fight. And for Jose Luis Castillo, he's got to cut the ring off, and then he's got to find a way to throw those hooks to the body and the head. And, of course, he's trying to get the jab in, which can work against the lefty under the right circumstances, but Casamayor is just not giving him a chance to land that punch.
Casamayor doing a great job of staying away from Castillo. Yeah, Duran said everybody expects Casamayor to fight one way. And he says we're all in for a big surprise. We'll see Casamayor sitting on his punches, going to the body, moving, but not running. Well, he is certainly being elusive, that's for sure.
He has, and part of it, there's a right hand by Castillo. They think that when we say they see Casamayor sitting down more of his punches, that may come in around 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in that area when they think he can do that. And there are moments when Castillo has him close enough and in punching range, he's just not able to land.
So Castillo trying to figure out how to get closer and land those punches against Joel Casamayor. Castillo, a tough, determined, hard-nosed guy who lives up to his warrior persona of a Mexican fighter.
Nice right hand on the inside by Castillo. Now remember Diego Corrales in the fight, the second fight with Casamayor. Probably won that fight mostly on the strength of a great jab, which he was able to get in. And Castillo's trying to use that punch. Now this round, we've seen a little bit of a change in that the Castillo right hand is starting to get hogged for the first time.
Let's go. Come on.
There may be boxers blessed with more talent and ability, but there's no disputing Castillo's heart and determination through the years. He has 50 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw with 45 knockouts. 14-and-a-half-year pro, debuted at 16. Been fighting around 15 years. They do start them young. South of the board. Interesting in the feature how he was saying he's so popular in northern Mexico. The different story, the other side. Final seconds, round 3. Trying to get out of the shadow of his mentor, the man he sparred with, Julio Cesar Chavez. The victory tonight would head him in the right direction.
Avanzar con recto porque estás avanzando con curvos. Ubícalo primero con recto.
You hit him with the first punch well. You got to throw combos or hit him in the body and in the arms.
Bajó un chingo.
Sí, pero ubícalo con recto primero, Luis. Trabajar para eso, para ubicarlo con recto. Ubícalo con recto.
Fintar abajo y arriba.
I want you to hit him in the body and in the top.
Sí, lo siguen diciendo, golpeo abajo.
Respira duro.
Hit him hard.
Finta, de repente finta y métele.
Hit him in the head, then go to the body.
Pero insiste, cuando yo lo tenga así, córtate de trabajar por dentro.
When you're inside, throw combos, work inside.
Rectos.
As elusive as Casamayor has looked to this point, remember, he was sailing along, dominating Daniel Seda in his last fight when suddenly in the 5th round out of nowhere, he was dropped on a straight right hand. That really raised some eyebrows. Seda is not Diego Corrales. He's not Jose Luis Castillo. He's not Ocelino Freitas. Remember, Casamayor is 33, recently absorbing the punches of Corrales and Freitas.
And that last round was a perfect round to look at from the judge's standpoint about where you're going to score this fight. Because Casamayor did box well, but Castillo put all the pressure on, landed some good shots, and that's going to be a very tough round to score.
Right now, Al, Casamayor looking too fast, too quick, showing his hand speed against Castillo.
And he's doing a lot of holding on the inside. Draculich will have to look at that. Casamayor holding every time. Oh, nice right by Castillo. Every time Castillo gets on the inside, he's being held. So Draculich is going to have to look at that.
Body shots borderline by Casamayor. Draculich on the other side couldn't see.
See, Draculich is letting them fight on the inside. This helps Castillo. He's not breaking it to him.
Casamayor, the southpaw in the red with the white trim. The conventional fighter is Castillo in the all-red. He just took a low blow from Casamayor.
See the pressure of Castillo. He's the kind of fighter who will just keep coming. Nothing's going to stop him. He's working there on the inside now.
As mentioned, in 57 fights, Castillo never down, even though he's been stopped 4 times. Casamayor down 3 times in 33 pro fights.
That was the first left hook to the body that Castillo has thrown with conviction, and he's been in position to throw that punch. It's a subtle change here now. This fight becoming a little more of what Castillo wants it to be.
And now he's making Casamayor miss. Castillo, a stalking type fighter. Going to the body as they hold.
Some of the holding also being done by Castillo on the inside, which I think is inappropriate on his part. He should be freeing himself up to work.
He is holding and hitting unquestionably. There's a welt under the right eye of Castillo starting to develop. And now holding by Casamayor, and it's really getting...
Casamayor knows every trick on the inside, doesn't he? He's amazing.
Well, was it Castillo who said he's not dirty, talking about Casamayor, he's just rough? He may change that thinking. We'll take a look at the Jose Luis Castillo family. Mom, Maria Mercedes de Castillo. He kissed Mom on the way into the ring. The wife is Carilia. Sons are Jose Luis Jr. and Christian. Hey, we want to invite you to visit our website at show.com. There you'll find records and bios of tonight's fighters and information on all the Hollywood hits, original programming, and special events coming your way on Showtime. So log on to show.com. Once again, the address is sho.com. Castillo. It's been a hold fest for the last round or two. He had a round 5. Crowd getting annoyed, particularly in the last round. This is for the WBC Lightweight Championship, scheduled for 12. And you feel that Jose Luis Castillo, on the right of your screen, is the best lightweight out there today. Of course, others may differ, like Diego Corrales and Joel Casamayor.
Casamayor coming out much more active here in this round, standing his ground and throwing some combinations, trying to keep Castillo from pressing forward. The big missing weapon for Castillo, and he said he was going to use it, has been the left hook. When he's been on the inside, he hasn't been ripping those hooks to the body and the head, and he's been in position to throw that punch some.
Getting into the 5th.
Hold up.
Watch the head, says Vic Draculich to Castillo. Watch the hold to Casamayor. We said at the outset that both foul, they've both been accused. And will this turn into an ugly fight? Well, it's headed there. Here's the press row scoring through 4. UL?
I've got the fight even like Steve Kim. I have a 38-38.
Steve from MaxBoxing.com, Keith from the Herald News in New Jersey, Carlos from the Orange County Register.
Now that will change if this round keeps going the way it's going. Casamayor has been very effective, landed punches, has boxed well, and Castillo has been unable to really get his shots in.
Well, Casamayor is certainly fully aware that Castillo is very strong. He's bigger. So I guess he's doing what he has to do right now, and that's stay away. But Castillo's trying to catch up with him.
And again, you see the right arm where he's holding Castillo's left arm.
The only problem with that is it doesn't make for a very compelling fight.
No, it doesn't.
Depends on it.
It helps Casamayor possibly win, but there you see the left hand of Castillo in a death grip by Casamayor, and he knows that'll get Vic Draculich in to slow the action.
Now, Castillo closing the gap, going to the body.
And that's what Castillo needs to do more of, that left hook to the body after a short right hand.
Castillo wants this thing from close range, but Casamayor has other ideas. And Casamayor trying to wrestle off the ropes, which is where Castillo wants him.
Castillo's just in position where he could just crank up those hooks, and if he starts it to the body and the head, they will work. They worked for Diego Corrales against Casamayor.
So Casamayor really frustrating Castillo through 4, 5.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Casita. Cuando pase la derecha, Casita.
When you throw the right, make sure you throw the left like I told you.
Oíste, Casita.
You listening to me?
Después de pase la derecha, ven con tu gancho izquierda y tu derecha.
When you throw the right, throw the left. You don't have to wrestle with this guy up against the ropes. Wrestle is box him.
No tiene nada, pero no te entregues. No lo hagas. Tú viste cómo la derecha trabaja.
You saw how your right hand works, huh? Keep hitting him with the right. When he's inside, keep hitting him with the shots to the body.
Round 6, Jose Luis Castillo, the champion. And Vic Draculich says, come on back.
We need some of this taken off. Tell him to get up here
Some Vaseline, too much Vaseline on the face of Castillo, I believe. No, they're okay. They take some of it off. Here we go, round 6. Castillo out of Mexicali, Mexico. He once said of the blistering temperatures in his hometown, when the devil takes a vacation, he goes to Mexicali. That was a good line. Yeah. Casamayor, originally from Guantanamo, Cuba, now living in Miami, Florida.
Joel Casamayor is a very clever fighter and a frustrating one to some people. We just saw him throw a nice combination, but he will not take too many chances and do that too often. He just doesn't. He's fighting exactly the fight he should fight against Castillo, but It is making this fight less than compelling in truth. Castillo trying to get that left hook in there, and they bang heads actually. Castillo does a great job of turning Castillo. Casamayor does a good job of turning Castillo when he wants to move to his right.
There's Casamayor getting a couple through.
No hold on, let's go.
And then he holds. And for him, that's a perfect strategy. If Joel Casamayor was a basketball coach in the old days before the shot clock, he would be Dean Smith.
You're right.
You know, do exactly what you need to do. Take a little off the clock and make sure you're ahead when the fight is over and when the game is over.
It's sort of the old Mike Fratello play when he was coaching Cleveland.
Exactly right.
He got results, but you know, it wasn't crowd pleasing. Got, of course, different horses in Memphis now.
And for the most part, there's a right hand by Castillo. There's Castillo. Look, that's what he should be doing. When you're on the inside, throw a variety of punches, including those hooks to both the body and head and uppercuts. He's got to be creative with that attack and don't stop punching until Vic Draculas comes in. Those two sequences there, the best work that Castillo has done in this fight. If he continues that, he'll get some results.
Casamayor's style here, even though it's successful for him, continues to draw the ire of this crowd. And particularly after what they had experienced earlier, that tremendous action between Lacey and Chico.
Yeah, you couldn't. Oh, big right hand there by Castillo. And a hook. Maybe the pressure of Castillo starting to make a little bit of a difference against the smaller man who's coming up in weight. We'll see.
No le dé agua todavía, doctor. No. Respira por la boca. Póngale un poquito de agua nueva a la cabeza. Eso. Un poquito más suelto. Respirando por la boca, fuerte. Lo vas a agarrar un poquito más tenso.
You have a little more tense.
No tenso. Porque de repente lo haces muy tenso, lo quieres agarrar.
You don't want to be too tense, all right? You don't want to be too tense. Don't try to knock him out with one punch.
Llega recto, si no ya tira de abajo.
You got to hit him in the body and then come back up.
Ya la llanta sangrando, ya sabes. Ya lo tiene, mira.
Going a little bit low, and both these fighters have done that, and certainly Casamayor has, and in this case they both do. Gil Clancy, the great fight trainer and commentator, used to always say, if one of my fighters gets hit low, I tell him, fire right back low, and that'll end that. Because you got a free shot.
So far it has not lived up to its billing this fight. It's been very disappointing as we enter round 7, scheduled for 12. Look out. Slip by Castillo. Trip right over with the left-hander, which is not uncommon, because the feet do get tangled. No more holding and hitting now. It has been a foul fest.
It's a very close fight, I think. A couple of these rounds very tough to score, but you can make the case that it's a 4-2 or 3-3 fight in terms of rounds. I think. I say that advisedly because this is such a difficult fight to score.
Casamayor, the kind of guy who will just go in there and do anything and everything to win, even if it means bending the rules and not being exciting and pleasing the crowd.
Now the holding is an issue now, and Vic Draculas really is going to have to think about taking a point. Yes, good for you, Vic Draculas. He gives him the warning and said, with that finger, I'm thinking taking a point away. I've got this fight dead even at this juncture.
You could see
57.
Press row. Each one had Casamayor up 2 points.
Right. Well, it's either a 4-2 fight or even. It's, you know, there's not too many other ways. I don't think anybody reasonably could have this. It's been a good round for Castillo.
Well, it has been, but the boxing purist will understand and appreciate what Casamayor is doing.
Absolutely. And it's the right way for him to fight this fight. Now, he could be a little more active in the process, but he's fighting the kind of fight that it would probably take for him to win.
Beautiful duck under move by Casamayor to get out of the way of Castillo's big right.
And you know, part of the reason that this is happening is Diego Corrales is technically a more proficient fighter than Jose Luis Castillo. So he's able to punch better and get to Casamayor when they fight. Castillo, there's the hook downstairs, isn't as compact a puncher, not quite as accurate. But he is putting the heat on Casamayor.
Yeah, here comes Castillo.
He's landed some good shots this round. The Navy stunned Casamayor. A lot of holding.
Yeah, once again, Casamayor, to avoid punishment, hangs on to Castillo.
This fight is changing. Less movement from Casamayor, and Castillo able to get those punches in more.
Well, maybe that's what Castillo is hoping for. Eventually, slow Casamayor down with those body punches, and then he can get to him. He won't be as quick and as elusive. That's not where Casamayor wants to be, up against the rope, so he barges out of there.
Pero vivo con la respuesta nada más. Respira, respira.
Breathe.
Agarrarse un poquito más que no.
Respira por la boca, no le
Breathe through your mouth, don't breathe through your nose.
Adelanta las manos nomás, porque de repente tira.
Keep going ahead, keep charging him.
Ya no quiere nada el cabrón. La vas que no te confías, de repente tira unos golpes.
El balde, doctor.
Exacto, vale.
Que tome un poquito de agua, doctor.
Un poco de agua.
The pressure of Castillo, and he just keeps coming. There's a good, nice left uppercut, and he's ripping little body shots. It's not dramatic, but you see the right hand get in. He's doing enough. He certainly did enough, I thought, to win that round, and I think starting to make a difference. There's Casamayor using his head very effectively. That's something that shocking that he would do that.
Break!
Castillo said that was one of his main concerns going into the fight. As we enter into round 8, scheduled for 12 for the WBC lightweight title. The first defense of the second championship reign for Castillo, who's in the all-red trunks, up against the ropes, bobbing and weaving.
Interestingly, it's Casamayor pressuring him right now, but not really throwing too much.
Hey, the tables have turned all of a sudden, style-wise.
You know what else is interesting? Joe Casamayor, smaller, coming up in weight, has more than held his own in the roughhousing on the inside.
Here's the late round comparison between these two guys. How about Casamayor, 11-2?
It's interesting.
So he has the upper hand in that category.
Break! And his people feel that if there is going to be a chance for Casamayor to make something happen in terms of a stoppage, it would be in the later rounds. They believe he'll be in control in those later rounds.
The Casamayor fighting for him what is a smart fight, not a particularly adventurous or exciting one. And Castillo continues to try to come forward and close the range, which is getting difficult.
And part of the reason why this has turned into a less scintillating fight, part of the blame is with Castillo also. He has somewhat more rudimentary skills than, let's say, a Diego Corrales. And so he's unable to land those punches at a pinpoint level as he would like.
Well, Casamayor, one of those awkward southpaws who really can make you look bad. And that's what he's doing to Castillo right here.
Castillo trying to keep him in the corner there, but Casamayor coming out. But there's been some good work done by Castillo in the last 45 seconds of this round. Is it enough for him to steal this round? Whenever Casamayor shows less movement and lets him get him on the ropes or get him in a posture where he's on the inside, Castillo's been doing some good work.
Little left hand there that snuck in upstairs by Casamayor. Not a lot of power behind it, but it mounts points. Less than 30 seconds, round 8.
Castillo's getting closer to landing that left hook. He's starting to get in better position. He's throwing it to the head. And there you see the double left hook on the inside. He's getting in better position to throw it. expect in the next couple rounds to see Castillo land one that really is impressive.
Well, the head's really close. Good action here at the end. Castillo wants more after the bell. He's ticked off. The most action in the fight happens after the bell.
Stay in your corners. We'll take care of it.
He's nervous. Keep boxing. You listen. Keep boxing. Throw the jab fast. And when he's hurt, just throw more punches. Throw the right and the left. Keep boxing. You're doing great. Listen to me. Throw the jab. You hear me? When you throw the jab, throw the right.
At the end of the round, Castillo had been pressuring on the inside, but landing very nice shots, but so was Casamayor. And at the bell, the right hand by Castillo is what really caused the issue after the bell. And then Castillo was very distraught, of course.
I think he's frustrated, and let's see if he can manage his anger here and do it correctly and take it out on his opponent.
You know, this is a match in which, and I want to say this in exactly the appropriate manner, judges need to really pay attention. There's a lot of work done on the inside of that last round by Castillo. You have to determine how effective it was, pay attention to it, and decide if it's enough for him to win a round.
Castillo now shooting the jab. Let's see if it sets up his attack. Nice right hook by Casamayor.
The jab of Casamayor, which was dormant for a couple of rounds now, is very much an
holding him down, pushing him down.
There will be a one taken away. You can bank on it in the next 2 rounds, and it happens in almost every Casamayor fight. It's going to happen, trust me.
Casamayor just ate a straight right hand by Castillo. Well, what else would you expect here? More roughhouse tactics, particularly with Casamayor. He is on the threshold of having a point deduction.
The interesting thing about Casamayor is he varies the fouls he does. Like, you know, he's held, now he pushes down at the head, he's used his own head.
Castillo landing with rights.
Very good right hands.
And then a low blow by Casamayor. And he's warned by Draculic to keep him up.
Little mouse underneath the right eye of Casamayor.
You check the press row, guys. Carlos Arias has it even now.
That's the way I have it.
So it's a majority decision to Casamayor through 8. We approach the final minute of the 9th. And things getting a little more interesting and heated now. Straight left hand by Casamayor.
This round, a perfect example. Both men have done good work. Who do you like the best? Casamayor on the outside has had the hand speed that certainly Castillo was concerned about.
There's a left hook up to the temple by Castillo, now chasing after Casamayor. Stalking him around the ring. Getting closer. His punches becoming more meaningful now.
Nice uppercut on the inside by Castillo. Castillo has made one outrageously bad tactical error. He lets his left hand get caught up every time with Castillo. Instead of taking a step back and throwing the hooks, he lets it sit there, and you see how Casamayor locks it up. If he loses this fight, trust me, that's the main reason.
Final seconds of round 9.
Time!
That's a tough round to score.
You're winning the fight. He doesn't hit hard, but he's throwing punches. You gotta throw more punches to the body.
Joel Casamayor from the outside using the jab, and it sets up the straight left hand. That's his weapon. And later on in the round, again from the outside, There's the straight left again by Casamayor. Now, unlike some other fights where we've seen him land that punch and think about sticking around and landing another power punch, he lands that punch and he's on his bicycle because Castillo is a powerful lightweight.
As we hit round 10, scheduled for 12, the WBC lightweight title on the line.
The interesting thing, you know, when I led into our keys to victory, I said, oh, by the way, Casamayor is a lefty, and that's a fairly big part of the drama. You know what? It's everything tonight. It's everything in this fight. Because if, nice straight left hand by Casamayor. Joel Casamayor has been able to be the ultimate left-hander tonight, and that has disrupted Jose Luis Castillo.
By Castillo's account, he's fought 6 or 8 southpaws. He's won them all. Of course, the draw was Stevie Johnston.
Yeah, and Johnston fought well in that fight, but didn't utilize his lefty stance as much by staying on the inside more with Castillo. And Casamayor has not done that as much. And the other thing in that fight, Castillo was more effective on the inside. Now here's Castillo getting some shots in, and now he's got him cornered. And here's where he needs to make some things happen. There's the hooks from Castillo.
Well, Castillo just not in his element here. He was looking for a battle of war, and he's not going to get that from Casamayor. There's a good left hook upstairs by Castillo, and now he gets him up against the ropes. But he's just too fast, Casamayor. His hand speed, and that's the thing he was really going to be worried about going into the fight, Castillo.
Now in this round, Castillo, there you see the left hand get locked up, but Castillo's been better with the right. This has been a fairly decent round, though, in which for Castillo, in which he has worked better to the body and the head.
Right.
Look what happens when Castillo takes a step back and rips those hooks.
Body shot.
It makes everything work for him, and for some reason he's been reluctant to do it. There.
And then a left hook to the jaw by Castillo.
That was his game plan coming in, and he completely got away from it. Now he's back to it, and it's working.
Good exchanges here. They're going at it toe-to-toe. And Castillo fights Casamayor. This is bring it on, Joel. This is the kind of fight Castillo wants. And it's a mistake for Casamayor to trade with Castillo.
Fun round for all of us.
It's got the fans going again.
Hace mucho daño. Lo tienes que tirar varios. Respira.
Breathe.
Vamos. Es el onceavo round.
Sounds a good round.
Así como este. Y no darle la
I want to
oportunidad.
go down like this and don't give him any opportunity.
Encónchate, hay un conchadito.
Crunch down.
Cuando te levantas, ahí viene un conchadito, ahí puedes cabecear.
Crunch down, hit him in the body, throw combination.
Dale un poquito. Eso, se respira.
Here is Castillo on the inside, ripping. That's what he needed to do this whole fight. Ripping those shots, the uppercuts, the left hooks to the body. See, there's the left hand being locked up, but more often in this round, he kept that left hand available to punch. And from the outside, of course, Casamayor had his moments there. But it was a much better round for Castillo on the inside. And for the first time, I think we see Casamayor looking a little winded.
Yeah, he's taking some big, deep breaths there in that corner, looking around. And now he goes into round 11. Castillo with the momentum in the championship round. This should be very interesting after the last two.
I've got this fight dead even to this point. That is not to suggest that Casamayor, for instance, couldn't be ahead by a point or two. He might be. But I think it's a very close fight at this juncture.
It would be very difficult to suggest that Castillo is ahead.
I think so. You know, if anybody was going to be ahead by a point or two, it would be Casamayor in this fight. But Castillo needs to continue the pressure, get on the inside, and work both the body and the head to Casamayor. You can't let Casamayor stay on the outside where he might steal these rounds.
Amazingly, no points have been deducted due to fouls.
I'm astonished. Casamayor has managed to just stop holding enough to not get a point deducted. And here's Castillo now closing the distance and getting some work done.
Casamayor sneaks a peek over at the legendary Roberto Duran in the corner.
And the fatigue that we thought we saw between rounds with Casamayor, I think, is showing up again here. And Castillo, though, has to work on the inside. He can't just let him off with a pass. He's got to work when Casamayor is close to him.
Castillo continues to be the aggressor, chasing Casamayor around. Casamayor going back, and a whipping left hook up to the temple by Castillo.
See, Castillo stopped his movement with that left hook, and that's one thing he hasn't done a lot of.
Break!
Not many punches coming from Casamayor. Well, the press row scoring with Casamayor ahead, and in one case, safely ahead.
By 4 points to keep at it.
I have a lot closer than this round. A very close round, but I think Castillo with another left hook is winning this round.
Castillo has been scoring with that left hook to the head.
Break!
Wow. What a difference in the last 3 rounds. Where was that punch for about 6 or 7 rounds? Amazing. Casamayor trying to punch from the outside here. He is so tired right now, but still gamely trying to punch enough to steal a round.
Remember, Casamayor at 33, Castillo 3 years younger. Right now, conditioning playing a big part. Castillo whipping hooks upstairs and to the body.
Those hooks to the body are having an impact.
And a right hand at the bell by Castillo as he lost his balance.
El último round, respira. This is the last round. This is the last round. Respira. Agua, la cabeza, agua. Es el último round. This is the last round. El último round.
Respira, hijo, respira.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
12th and final round. Catch him up middle of the ring, okay?
De izquierda y boxea, no te quedes. Don't stand in the middle, box. Tie him up and hit him in the head. You hear me? You're the champ, you're the champ. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching the 12th and final round of this bout. Let's cheer them on as they enter the center of the ring. This is round 12.
They'll touch gloves for the 12th and final round. Of course, we have no idea how the judges see it, but this could be the round that determines the outcome of this fight.
Well, we saw no surprises from Joel Casamayor, as Roberto Duran suggested, but what we have seen is some very fine boxing in portions of this fight. Is it enough to have gotten him through? We'll see, and we'll see if this round is it. A good jab by Castillo.
Castillo, I think, wants to war here in round 12. He would invite it without question.
A couple of good counter punches by Casamayor. You see, he just needs to do enough in his mind with some flashy counter punches to get through. Still holding on to that right hand of Castillo.
Oh, you went that far.
And still no point deduction.
Break!
Castillo working downstairs with that hook, which has been another right hand downstairs. Oh, that is a monstrous hook to the head by Castillo.
Break! Break! Punch in! Punch in!
Casamayor looking tired the last 2-3 rounds, but hanging tough.
Here's where Castillo can get some work done.
On the inside. But then Casamayor just pulls him forward and holds on. Body shot with the left hook by Castillo, then a right over the top.
Little those short hooks on the inside by Castillo, are those going unnoticed? How much damage are they doing?
Then he snapped Casamayor's head with a right and a straight right down the middle through Casamayor's defense. Then body shots were a left upstairs. Great sequence for Castillo.
A great double left hook right there. That is exactly what Castillo wanted to get done in this fight, getting it done a little later than he anticipated.
Castillo's winning this round. Back comes Casamayor with a straight left. Here's his signature punch. We approach the final 30 seconds of the fight for the WBC Lightweight Championship.
Let's go. Jose Luis Castillo may rue the fact that exactly what he's doing the last 2 rounds he didn't do for a long time in this fight. He is throwing all the right punches and getting to Casamayor.
Was it too little too late for Jose Luis Castillo? Really throwing shots now. Furious exchange.
I can't believe Casamayor didn't go down from one of those lefts.
Casamayor is showing. He's a warrior. Another close one. Can only wonder how the ringside judges saw it. One of those fights where I just wouldn't be surprised if either one got the victory. Not as exciting or compelling as all the build-up, but the last few rounds certainly were. Not the first half of the fight, that's for sure, as Casamayor was doing his thing that wasn't good for the crowd. You can hear the reaction they're doing.
The fans don't like the fact that Casamayor fought such a tactical fight. It's what kept him in this fight. If he'd have fought every round like that last one, I think we know exactly what would happen in this fight. He'd have been knocked out by the 8th round.
Yeah, it was a smart tactical fight by Casamayor, but as we have been saying all throughout the broadcast, not what the fans wanted.
Some of the things Castillo did in that last round, he could have done at any time earlier. It was a mental thing. He just should have taken a step back and thrown those punches. Instead, he allowed himself to be tied up a lot more. Very, very close fight. I scored it by 2 points for Castillo, but you would have no argument with a draw or even a 1 or 2 point victory for Casamayor.
And of course,
kind of fight.
Well, if it is a draw, Castillo retains his title. So Casamayor is smiling.
How many of these close fights has Joel Casamayor been in? It's astonishing.
Particularly of late. With Freitas and Corrales. Tonight, another one.
At the end of this fight, a heated exchange. And Castillo getting, for the most part, the best of it. Not only the right hand, but great left hooks as well. Ripping hooks to the body and the head. Committed to that punch, plus the jab. And so he was pushing Joel Casamayor. And another look from about that same sequence shows you what Castillo was doing. He was just pressuring Casamayor, and the body work was very, very special for Castillo. And even when his left hand was tied up during this sequence, still throwing right hands against Casamayor. This was exactly the fight that Castillo wanted more of during the course of this 12-rounder. Casamayor's mouthpiece will go flying from this left uppercut. And at this juncture, if Castillo had had maybe another minute or so, who knows what he might have done. But Joel Casamayor showing great grit and determination, taking some major league shots from what some people believe is the hardest punching 135-pounder, if Diego Corrales isn't. And he might be.
This could be a draw, a majority decision, a split decision, absolutely. All of the above. And there goes that mouthpiece.
Yeah, that little short uppercut on the inside by Castillo sends it out, and those were good short punches that Castillo landed. Really, it's astonishing Casamayor didn't go down in the last 45 seconds of this fight. And of course, that would have dramatically changed the way we looked at this fight, because that could have made that a 2-point round. It might have been just enough for Castillo to do it. Look at those short, compact left hooks. Why didn't he throw those for about 7 or 8 rounds, Castillo? It's amazing.
Unbelievable. This is a fight, as we have pointed out throughout, it can just go either way. Let's get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr. with the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here at the Mandalay Bay, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge ringside, Dr. James Jenkins scores about 116 to 112 in favor of Jose Luis Castillo. Judge ringside, Carol Castellano scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Joel Casamayor. Judge at ringside, Dave Moretti scores about 117 to 111 in favor of the winner and still champion, Jose Luis Castillo.
So there you have it, by split decision, Jose Luis Castillo retains his title in another close loss for Joel Casamayor, and you know, judging from past history, he's going to dispute this one as well.
You know what? I think what's distressing about this is the margin of the scores. That's where people get distressed. 117, 111.
That's amazing.
Doesn't feel right. And so what happens is, when you have a very close fight and it gets scored by that wide a margin, that's where you start to think somebody wasn't paying attention to those rounds. So I said this was a fight which you really had to pay attention to every single round and watch what each fighter was doing and what they landed.
This should be interesting as we get it up to Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Steve. Ricardo Jimenez will translate. Jose Luis, did you feel as though you won the fight?
¿Sentiste que habías ganado la pelea?
Sí, porque del octavo round en adelante empecé a apretar y gané claro.
I thought it was a tight fight about the 8th round, but I thought from the 8th on I was winning the fight easily.
The judges had you winning the last 3 rounds. Did you feel as though you had to win those last 3 rounds to win this fight?
Todos los jueces te vieron ganar los últimos 3 rounds. ¿Sentiste que tenías que ganarlos?
Tenía que apretar porque se me estaba complicando un poco Casamayor hasta el 7º round. No lo encontraba y tenía que apretar.
I knew I had to do it because up until the 7th round I couldn't figure him out, but I thought I was doing well, and then I just took off.
Were you frustrated, and is that what happened at the end of the 8th round?
Te frustró un poco y por eso pasó en el octavo eso que las...
No, lo que pasa es que no le encontraba el estilo, porque como dije yo, es un rival muy inteligente, muy complicado y no le encontraba el estilo. Hasta el octavo round me senté bien en el ring.
No, you know, I knew it was going to be like this. I knew he was going to be hard to find, and I just had to stay with it.
You were worried before the fight that his speed would bother you. Did it?
¿La rapidez te molestó? ¿La sentiste que era rápido?
No, sí estaba un poco rápido, pero no era tan rápido como decían y no me molestó.
No, I thought, he was fast, but not as fast as everyone kept saying. Certainly not as fast as some of the...
He seemed to be with the straight left repeatedly. Why was he able to?
¿Por qué? Porque estaba andando muy confiado, ¿no? Y tiene una izquierda pesada. Y sí me conectó, no como para tumbar, pero sí me hizo daño como 3 veces, 3, 4 veces, no recuerdo bien.
Yeah, without a doubt, he came in, that was his best shot, and we knew that was his best hand, and he did hurt me a couple of times with that shot.
Stay with us for just a moment, please. Joel Casamayor, did you feel as though you won the fight? And Luis,
¿Tú pensaste que tú ganaste esta pelea? Para mí, yo gané esta pelea, pero bueno. He won very clearly, It was one man in the ring. He dominated the fight completely. He showed what boxing is: hit and not be hit. That's what he showed.
Did you feel as though you were able to frustrate him throughout the evening?
¿Tú pensabas que le estabas dando mucho problema durante la noche? Sí, difícil porque no me encontraba y le entraba bien con la derecha. He says, he was coming in. He was just, he was very easy to hit, and he was dominating. He was dictating the fight with a front hand, and he was landing the bigger shots. And basically boxing is hit, not be hit, and that's what he did tonight. He boxed the slugger.
What happened in the last 3 rounds? The judges gave the last 3 rounds to Jose. Were you tired?
¿Tú estabas cansado los últimos 3 asaltos? No estaba cansado, pero cogí mi segundo aire y fue cuando le di un down que te dé. He says that what people didn't see in the 11th round, he caught up with a big left hand, he dropped him, okay? That you should show that on the telecast. He hit him with a big left hand in the final 11th round, dropped him, so he wasn't even tired.
What next?
Well, it's been 3 in a row.
Ask the fighter, please.
¿Qué tú lo que diga yo? ¿Cuál es la próxima? No, la próxima una revancha o otro pelea mejor que esa o más fuerte. Yo espero he expects a rematch, or maybe, whatever fight's out there. I know Fernando Beltran's got, he's got Morales too. Maybe he'll give us a shot with him. You never know. The manager, and, it's, I'd like to thank Top Rank, Bob Arum. It's been great. We're back together again, and great. Thanks.
Joel, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Luis. What would you like to do next? Would you like to fight Diego Corrales?
Sí, parece que sigue Diego Corrales y posteriormente sí.
Huh?
Un poquito.
In English, then?
No. Sigue Corrales en mayo y ojalá en septiembre sea Costa Sioux, ¿no? Ojalá me esté viendo para que me dé una oportunidad.
Diego Corrales in May, hopefully Costa Sioux in September.
Que me esté viendo, dile.
I hope Costa Sioux is watching because I won him.
He told us before the fight he wanted to come out of the shadow of his former sparring partner, Julio Cesar Chavez. Does he feel as though he's taken a step toward that tonight, a big step?
Está saliendo ya de la sombra de Julio César Chávez. ¿Crees que este es un paso más allá?
Sí, porque yo dije que Casamayor iba a ser la puerta que me llevara a las peleas grandes. Y aquí mi promotor Bob Arum parece que sí me va a dar las peleas grandes el año que entra.
I always told everyone this is the door to the big fights, so I opened it tonight.
And here's the door right here, Bob Arum.
We're gonna be. I met with Jay and Ken. I told them, they gave the opportunity to fight on Showtime. We hope early next year, to fight Diego Corrales. If we're successful in that fight, then we look for the big one with Castillo. I think he can handle Zhu. He thinks he can handle Zhu, and so we look for big things next year. Next year is his year.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right. Back
is